and welcome back to the channel VAG Technique, the most boring channel on YouTube where we are repairing cars, replacing many parts. So in this video, Miroslav and Thomas, we have one RS4 and second RS4. This one is actually a non-runner that was delivered straight from Audi dealership, where it was declined under warranty that it needs an engine, and the other one was delivered from straight on the road. The engine is still running, but unfortunately we have some ticky-tack noise. So both of them need diagnosing first. This one is on 69,000 miles. This one is on 29,000 miles, and it's a non-runner. So again, we're getting to the point when mileage is just a number. So Miroslav already checked this one here, and he's saying that there's a different problem than the rock arms. Well, what's the problem?
High pressure fuel pump roller is doing ticky-tacky, maybe the high pressure fuel pump itself.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
All I know, that engine was running on 0W20 oil for the whole time.
Well, yeah.
And it didn't fail yet. And this one was running on 0W20 oil, and it's dead. So all our theoretical parts on the beginning of the videos never work. So I personally think that will need a spark plug, and this one needs a tire pressure sensor. Nobody knows. But yeah, we will start diagnosing this vehicle first for one reason, because it was in a different garage of the dealership and they didn't even check the compression. Basically, they put a camera inside the combustion chamber. They gave the pictures to the owner and they told them there's a cracked piston, which I don't believe so. So we will need to check that first, because we don't want to remove the engine, replace some bits and bobs, and it will be problem internally inside the engine. That one is pretty much straightforward. The owner wants to do a prevention rock arm replacement still, and time will tell. So we will start diagnosing this now the grey one, and once we know what we're doing, we will start removing the engine, and only time will tell. So let's get to it. Right, so as usual, the car was dropped down to us, and guess what? The battery is absolutely completely dead. But never mind, we have our own super energy supply ready.
Super energy.
Yes, very expensive tool. Well, whoever done the diagnostic on this didn't done the other side, and that is saying that probably there's an issue on this side, maybe, but nobody knows. Miroslav will remove the coil packs meanwhile, and I will tell you some very smart information. So far, every single engine what we've done had a cracked piston on this side, which makes me wondering, maybe on the end of the day, there is a cracked piston. But we have to check it first. So no conclusion, no guesses. We have a very special tool for it, £1,000,000. Look at that, from a bicycle. So we will put it in there, devil's machine, and we will check the compressions and we will see what's going on. Mám tu hadio. To je on. So Miroslav removed the coil packs, and we're gonna take the spark plugs out. Mr. Magnet.
So,
Wetty wet.
this one, yeah, but these ones are
Petrolly wet. How much?
12.5.
Oh, brilliant. Next.
Okay.
How much?
12 and something.
12 and something. Number 3.
For number 3. Yeah. We have strong 12 and something.
Cool. Okay, number 4.
Okay.
Ooh la la.
We got nearly 12.
But something was knocking. Nah, okay. Like I said, we only need tire pressure monitoring system. Oh my god. This is all the time when the battery is dead, the key don't want to be recognized. Fucking pain in the ass, you know. Mm-hmm. Small feeling like inside feeling, you know. Yeah, there's no oil. Ah.
Number 6. Okay, stop. No compression.
Oi, oi, oi. Serious?
No! God, please, no!
Hold on, I'm fighting with the system. Okay, so number 6 one more time. Nah, yo, that's dead. Phew. So number 6, no compression.
No.
Well, I think, but I'm not a mechanic, yeah? I'm just a guy who's filming all these funny things. And then we are making too much panic online, and then people are texting us like, it's not true, the engines are good, and yeah, you know. But anyways, I think if the piston is cracked, there will be unleashed sun compression. Unleashed!
Unleashed.
Yeah?
But zero. Complete zero, like nothing's happening there.
0 is not good.
Yeah.
So,
So definitely we will strip it down and we take the cylinder head off.
well, either way, the engine gotta come out. That's like no discussions. Yeah. Discussions will start after it will end up like all the engines in the back room over there. That's a discussion room. So, I think, but we never say true. We always think, and it's never happening ever, that the rock arm failed.
It can possibly, but you have to both of them.
Like, what do you mean both of them?
You think it's fell on the side and it's pushed down the, or something happened there.
Or maybe the valve didn't close and it's bent.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe. And I say maybe.
My animals live in your zoo.
Watch out for copyrights claim. Well, anyways, for low mileage car, it's a very sad situation. And unfortunately, this will be a very long run job, I think. And this will be a much quicker job. Anyways, you got everything for this. But luckily, there's 2 of us. So which one you want to take? Well, my toolbox is over there, so presumably I got to take the grey one.
You can take the grey one. Of course, we have to put the bumper down from this one as well.
Oh yeah, we already know that the cooler is not good on this one. It's consuming water, or coolant, sorry. And the bumper gotta come off. We've got a radiator anyways, or the heat exchanger, let's call it, whatever. And the good thing is this one is still running. It's fine. So this will be more straightforward job than the grey one. Oh well, difficult life. What can you do? I'm not a mechanic. I'm not sure if Gearbox oil should have a color like that. So you disconnect the cooler from the gearbox, and this is how the oil looks like. So probably I would advise the owner to do a service maybe. Okay, so situation update. Miroslav didn't wait for me this time, so no engine removal at once, but I will edit it so it looks like it was removed altogether. Believe me or not, we removed the engine same way, almost. Miroslav don't have the shock absorbers because it have a DRC. We don't want to disconnect the DRC. I took him out with the shocks. Air compressor is disconnected, same as this one. And no problem yet. The owner said in the emails it was losing coolant. And there's no coolant in the intake. And we don't see any coolant leaking from anywhere yet. Mirko, any coolant leaking somewhere?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But we can make it leak.
You can make it leak.
No, well, we don't want to make it. We want to fix it, put it back together, and
Nobody will be happy.
yeah, no, nobody won't be happy. But anyway, Miroslav's target is to get on the rocker arms and inspect the rocker arms, camshaft adjusters, and timing chain. I'll be doing almost the same, but I have to take the whole cylinder head off, which means I'll be removing the turbos as well, which means most likely I'll be dropping the gearbox down as well. But that's what Miroslav gotta do in case the timing chain needs doing. So we've got still more stripping to do, unfortunately. Right, I will put this device again somewhere, probably maybe here, and we will continue with the time lapse. Okay, so as we mentioned on the beginning of the video, surprise, surprise, always surprise, surprise. We will get to it later. Let's see how's Miroslav doing with his non-problematic engine with 69,000 miles. You're taking the top of the head off. I come in the right time. It's removing himself.
It's popping.
Cool. So let's have a look. Ooh. This one is dead, bro.
Yeah, I see the markings on the tank.
So that's why it was stopping on the fuel pump.
Yeah, you can come and clearly see here.
New camshaft.
No.
Oh, okay. So
It's got marking on this one. So definitely the top one left this one. You can clearly see. Yeah. That one was 100% seizing up.
yeah,
So-
but touch it.
Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's just in time. I think.
Exhaust.
Yeah, this is exhaust. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got one in stock. Well,
Yeah, alright.
but
Not that bad though.
the camshaft adjusters are fine this time. So I would say, from my point of view, camshaft adjusters are fine, timing chain will be fine. I will speak to the owner, but I will put a new cam in here because this is too rough. We'll see, I will contact him, see what he say. But definitely, you know, when we start posting the first videos and people were laughing like, oh, you know, it's not happening, it's just one off and this and that. Well, this one is fully seized up, unfortunately, and the rollers are nowhere to be seen. And that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. The rest of them looks sort of fine, I would say. What do you say? But this one definitely failed.
Yeah, it was stopping in that corner.
I know.
So
it's not the high pressure fuel pump, everybody. If you posting videos on Facebook, is it high pressure fuel pump? Maybe it is, maybe not.
we will change over roller anyway.
Yeah, well, we have to change them anyways. But yeah, this is how they're failing. So the roller pins will basically make this roller to expand, it will start overheating, they will fall out, and basically you can see it's offsetted fully, so it wasn't spinning at all, and the camshaft, that's why it's worn and you have markings on the top of the profile, because it was just hitting metal on metal, and that was the tapping noise actually. So yeah, unfortunately. We'll remove the other side, I think they'll be all good. It's always only one failing. Hello. Okay. Okay, so we already know. We know. This will be a very scary sample, like what will happen if the rock arm will fail properly. If you will have a look at the top of the cylinder head, you're thinking nothing is wrong, everything is fine. The guys even replaced new injector. Cool. That didn't sort out the problem, unfortunately. Miroslav, meanwhile, is a very dangerous human being. Oi, he knows. But if you have a look closer, yep, that's not paint peel, unfortunately. So, yeah, this was complete failure at 26,900 miles. This was 50% failure. The owner literally get away. Very luckily, he did spot the problem with the ticking noise. This owner didn't spot the ticking noise. It happened very quickly, what he mentioned, but you never know. And there it is. So right now, Miroslav loosened the bolts for the camshaft adjusters. We will remove first of all the top of the cylinder head, and then we will take off the whole cylinder head, and we will see what is the damage underneath. Ta-da-dum-dum. Opa! Ai. La la. Ooh la la. Right, so we were discussing with Miroslav theoretical options many times when we were working on these engines. Like, what if one day, you never know, but it did happen. So the exhaust rocker arm actually failed. It popped out from the seat of the valve. It fell down. The camshaft somehow kicked it down in between the valve, camshaft, and the other rocker arm, which completely failed. That's broken in the middle, which unfortunately caused the seat of the valve broke off as well, and the destruction unfortunately continued. So we will continue as well. Next step will be clean up all the mess. We have to remove the cylinder head and see what's the damage underneath. But this unfortunately is again video when people will probably put hate comments underneath that it's only happening on few cars and so on and so on and so on. Unfortunately, we are only filming what is in our workshop, So we did put actually two RS4's next to each other. They are completely different mileage. That one actually done double or triple the miles than this one over here, and this one have more catastrophic failure. I didn't hit the engine before. The owner was just driving it until it get to the point when it failed. The owner of the Audi RS4 was actually noticing some tapping noise. He was contacting me on email. So when he sent me the video, I did told him straight away, like, that doesn't sound right. It is tapeting, but it's definitely tapeting more than we are used to seen on the vehicles. But yeah, this one here is a big one. That's not the only problem. We will get to the other issues, what we actually find and how much it will cost, and £1,000,000 later, and so on and so on. But for now, we have to continue stripping the cylinder head down. Okay, so we have a bad news, unfortunately. So the piston managed to hit the valve 1, 2, 3, 4 times before it completely killed it. This is how the valve shouldn't look like, unfortunately. And I've got a feeling the engine was giving warning to the owner many times before catastrophic failure. Anyways, it's midnight. We're going home. Tomorrow is another day. We have to make loads of phone calls, and I mean loads of phone calls. Plus, for tomorrow we have a DPF cleaning, service on the A5, service on the Polo, and so on 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 and so on. So I'll show you tomorrow everything what an RS4 engine after 26,900 and some miles need doing. So see you tomorrow. Okay guys, so here we are the next day, two engines next to each other. This is higher mileage and less damage, this is less mileage and more damage. So I did have a look around all the parts. I was comparing these two engines, and this engine, which has much more significant damage, unfortunately the coolant, which I think caused quite loads of damage. And if we have a look inside the inlet manifold, we will find the surprise, coolant everywhere. So unfortunately all the coolant was getting into the manifold through the cooler into the combustion chamber. That's why the pistons are so nice and clean, and unfortunately out to the turbo. You can see the gaps between the turbine and the housing is massive. Shouldn't be like that. So this engine will also need the new turbos, unfortunately, more money. And you know, when it's getting out of the turbo, it's getting to the exhaust. This is how the catalytic converter looks like, one and the other. So they are both dead. So it needs a decut, or it needs a high flow catalytic converter replacement. So not a good situation either way. So let's get back to the cylinder head, which caused the main internal damage. So as I mentioned, the rock arm fell off to the other rock arm, which caused a damage to the cylinder head. That's why the whole housing is actually cracked. And I think this guy was listening to the radio really loud, because there's no way this engine was stopping only for a while, because look at the state of the camshaft. It's absolutely knackered. So I think this was stopping for very long time, and I think the engine has a plenty of warning to the owner, like, please help me, I need help, emergency. And I'm not sure he was ignoring it, what happened, but obviously the new camshafts are quite expensive, the inlet ones especially, because you have the cylinder disabling there. They tried to put a new injector to resolve the issue, didn't help, unfortunately, because you see the damage on the cylinder head. But yeah, we will need to replace cylinder head probably, because the housing is cracked. But let's get to the first engine with the higher mileage. So this guy actually contacted us on email, and he was saying there's some tapping noise, so I think he didn't listen to the radio at all because he heard the tapping noise. So we advised him not to use the car anymore or use it as less as possible. So that was a good choice actually, because he only ended up with one camshaft, and we've done like a rock arm replacement service. So you can see the damage on the camshaft from the rock arm. I don't think this is good to go back in, so definitely new exhaust camshaft, which is much cheaper than the inlet one. That's the bad news. The good news for this owner is that we know that the camshaft adjusters, the basically aluminium dual plate, used to fall apart, like there's a material flanking off, but in this case we don't have to do the timing or anything. Which, getting back to the first engine, unfortunately, look at the state of the camshaft adjusters, they are dead, completely eaten out, so more money needs to go into this engine. As you see in the footage, we need to do the pistons as well, so I'm making loads of phone calls with both of the owners, but yeah, the lower mile engine is loads of money. This one is sort of fine, it's just a rock arm replacement service, which is $39.50 plus the camshaft and the cooler, because that was leaking. But this one over here, that's a pain. That's loads of phone calls, loads of parts what needs these engines. And yeah, if we're gonna price up everything and compare it, that damaged engine needs almost £17,000 for the repairs to actually get into the car. So that will be interesting. We will see what will be the output. Well, in this case, I wouldn't blame the car completely, because like I said, I think the car gave him plenty of warning, and especially the coolant was getting in the intake. I was asking him if he was topping up the coolant, and he said he was topping up the coolant daily. So Miroslav already started working on this, so he cleaned up the valves, put the new gaskets and stuff, but unfortunately I am going to Slovakia, so I won't be filming the whole process of this engine. But soon as I'm back, I think I'll have news about the lower mileage engine, what we will do. So I have to pack up my stuff and I'm leaving here. So I've been to Slovakia for a reason. B9 S4, we did find out the lower compression on one of the engines, and unfortunately, as you can see, cracked piston. So the owner of the vehicle asked the local guys to actually build the engine, and we managed to somehow get a forged pistons for it, and we were building a forged engine, which went quite well. We used forged pistons from Vosner. I was there for over a week. We did have to make some major adjustments to actually fit these pistons onto the 3-liter TFSI, and it was fine. It was a good job, it was a good week, can't complain. So we put the engine back into the car as usual, and after the first startup I've done some mileage, so that was pretty much cool. This was actually the first engine what we built for the B9 with the forged pistons. We do have like a H-beam rods as well for them, but we can talk about it next time. So I'm gonna take a flight back to the UK, and the next video will be with the second part with the B9 RS4, and you'll be probably surprised what will be the outcome. So we'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.